How's it going, guys? Welcome to General Hospital NV, my GH After Show. First one of 2017 coming at you a whole week late. Truth be told, there are two main reasons why this is late. Reason number one, I kind of had a little bit of a crazy weekend on New Year's. Bit of a whirlwind romance. I'll save that for another video. Reason two is that I had a bit of a family crisis, literally right after New Year's, so this whole week was a bit chaotic for me and my family. So not exactly the greatest start to the new year, but I am optimistic that the rest of it will be better. I am dedicated to giving you guys new videos every week, one way or another. And to show my dedication, I am giving you two this Sunday. The one you were supposed to get last week and the one you're supposed to get this week. For this video, I want to talk about 2016 as a whole, my favorite moments, my favorite couples, my favorite stories, and also your guys' favorite stories, couples, etc. You guys sent me messages and I'm going to read them on here. For me, GH did have its up and downs. I wasn't always happy with it last year, but two storylines that I loved in 2016 were, number one, Jason and Sam's reunion. I feel like the writers really handled their slow burn sort of build up to their relationship. I thought that the writing during their slow rekindle of their relationship was really good. The acting between Kelly Monaco and Billy Miller was stellar. Obviously, Billy Miller is very different from Steve Burton's Jason, but I thought he played his sort of realization that he was Jason really well. It certainly brought the J-Sam fan back out in me. Another storyline I really liked was Patrick and Robin getting back together. I know that as a result, we lost both Patrick and Robin. However, since Robin left, Patrick with anyone else has just always been really awkward, especially knowing that Robin was out there somewhere being kidnapped or fake dead and all this nonsense. Getting Robert and Anna to rescue Robin, with Patrick tagging along, having Robin and Patrick get their happily ever after, I was so grateful.
Well, you ready for a new adventure?
Can't wait.
Let's go.
I do, however, miss Jason Thompson, and I miss the presence of Patrick and Robin in the hospital. I do really appreciate that the writers seem to be trying to bring back the hospital as the center heart of the show. But I miss them, you know? It's not the same. In terms of couples, obviously, like I said, Jason and Sam were among my favorites. Another one of my favorites is Laura and Kevin. Such a random, thrown together couple, but it just works, and I love them. However, there is one particular couple that I myself was surprised to be a fan of. I'll give you a hint. Two new characters on the show. One of them not so new of an actor on the show. The other officially tied to a longtime character on the show. Hayden and Finn. Dr. Hamilton Finn. They are so like quirky and just cute, adorable that I just can't help but fall in love with them.
This might seem like the inappropriate time for this, but you look real pretty.
And I thought that the year ended really well for those two, although it looks like 2017's got some trouble for them. More on that next video. But yeah, I just love them. I love them. Obviously the two of them fall into my favorite newer characters. Another one of my favorite newbies is Dr. Griffin Monroe. He apparently is Duke's son, and honestly, his scenes with Anna Devane specifically have been just absolutely perfect.
I can't stop looking at you. You're very like him, you know. You are.
I wouldn't know. That's why I wanted to speak with you so badly. You're the only one who could tell me about my father. By the time I knew who he was, it was too late.
I'm sorry. I can't tell you how much I wish he was still here so that you could meet him.
There's so many things I wanted to tell him. There's so many things I wanted to learn, but I never had that chance. By meeting you, I have the possibility to get to know him through your memories.
The character of Nell, who's played by, I think her name is Chloe Naher. She originally played young Patricia Spencer in the 52nd anniversary episode of GH last year, or I guess the year before. I'm really intrigued to see where her storyline is going. It's going a little bit too slow for me, but you know, it's bringing Bobby to the centerfold, and I am super okay with that. Bobby's scenes lately have just been so great for me, especially the one from just the other week during the New Year's episode telling her I'm a Spencer and no one messes with my family. I loved it. I also like that they have her working in the hospital again. I know we're not really seeing her that much in there, but just knowing that is just a really big relief for me. We gotta have some familiar faces in the hospital, and I, for one, am okay with one of those familiar faces being Bobby. But enough about my faves, time to know about your faves. I'm gonna read the letters that you guys sent me. So on YouTube, Abhorrent Delight said, fave moments, Jason saving Dante and his speech to imaginary Sam. Of course, this is when Jason started to get his memories back. Dante was stuck under a van. He was having crazy visions of like Sunny and Helena and everyone else. Abhorrent Delight also says Sunny's takedown of the gun runner at the Julexus wedding. I have to admit, that was a pretty solid episode too. And they continued. Y'all gave me long lists, by the way. Christina's sexuality discussion with Molly. That was another storyline I thought was good. Christina's sexuality, although it was kind of dropped. There were some really good scenes between Christina and Molly. Last but not least, they say Helena's video will, in brackets, fucking savage. Oh, yes.
Let's begin with Samantha.
Craig? Yeah, you mean?
To Samantha Morgan, nay McCall, I'm leaving to be equally divided with her sisters Christina and Molly. 1 cent. Because that's all any child of Alexis is worth.
Now I'm looking on Tumblr. We are in a storm of fuck, says Jason and Sam's reunion is probably my favorite storyline. Jason and Sam, Hayden and Finn are my favorite couples. Look at that, we agree. This name, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, it's either Wild E Rebellion or just Wild Rebellion or Wilder Rebellion, probably not that one. Hey you, you gave me a lot. Griffin meeting Anna, I agree. Anna's near-death experience where she saw Duke, Hayden crying over her lost diamonds, Kiki and Dylan, Sam and Jason, Hayden and Finn, Valerie moving on from Dante and Lulu, Kevin and Laura's video game playing date. I have to admit, I like that too. I loved seeing Laura so happy. So in a separate message they continued, or I think this next message I'm reading was the first. They asked, was Sunny and Carly's in-hospital wedding this year? Julex's wedding for the tender Davis girl moments and the drama of when Christina gave herself as a hostage and Sunny intervened. Yes, I loved that drama.
Who's helpless now, you son of a bitch?
Robin and Patrick! Yes! Jason and Sam starting fresh with a divorce. I agree with that one as well. Jason saving Dante and confronting his lost memories. Ava and Carly catfight. Nurse's ball, I think. Yes, it was. ... will add more, which they did. Griffin Monroe confronting Anna in the hospital after Julian was arrested. Geeky Librarian 24 says favorite couple, Hayden and Finn. Again, we agree. Favorite storyline, Sunny in the wheelchair and J-Sam reunion. Favorite characters, Carly and Curtis. I love me some Curtis. Actually, he's one of my, I can't believe I didn't mention it. Curtis is one of my favorite new characters too. Another thing in 2016 I was digging was Jason and Curtis's newly found bromance, which continues to grow in 2017. So while I think everyone agrees that 2016 in a general sense was not the greatest year in record, it did have its bright spots. With that said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Unless you guys watched the other video first. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Either way, I will catch you on the flip side.